Hello, and welcome to the Swole Initiative Network. I am Jay Foster, and you are watching the Fables of Gahlia, the correct way to start your weekend. I know I am very laggy. That is because I am running the stream tonight, so if everything goes tits up, it's my fault. But we have some cheery stuff to get into first, including some announcements from some awesome companies. Stax, why don't you take us away?
You're muted. You're still muted.
Still can't hear you.
Stax, take us away.
Nope. Oh no.
Like, you got no sound, buddy.
Someone else, take us away.
Hey, so I'll tell you guys about Norse Foundry. Straight from the halls of Valhalla comes our first sponsor of the evening, Norse Foundry. Artisan dice and gaming accessories crafted from the finest metals and gemstones by the dwarves themselves. With Norse Foundry, even your natural ones will be beautiful. So check them out now at norsefoundry.com and use the code SWOLE to get 10% off of your purchase, where you can get gorgeous amethyst dice like this here. I don't know if you can see what I'm... There you go. Amethyst dice. Anyways, I'm also going to tell you about Nine Realms Gaming. They're our second sponsor of the evening. You should check them out. They hand make all their products from natural woods to create quality and affordable gaming accessories for all. So you can put your beautiful dice into the beautiful thing. I think it's a dice bowl. Gosh. You can use the code SWOLE10 and you'll get 10% off at ninerealmsgaming.com. It's super laggy, so I'll do the okay. Or you can get custom pieces like this guy here, where I have the moon phases on my dice tray. Also, they now have glow-in-the-dark resin inlays, so you should check them out on Instagram as well. Give them a follow, and you can see the glow-in-the-dark stuff. I think it's off to you there, Brent.
All right, you guys, it is time to give a special thank you and shout out to our next sponsor of the evening, Griffin Co. Everything that you see that is 3D printed on our shows is from Griffin Co. And if you would like to get in on this action, you can just go to griffinco.com and use the promo code SWOLE22 at checkout and receive 22% off of your entire order.
Indeed.
That means it's my turn.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
All right, you freaking nerds, roll for initiative before jumping into the mosh pit with Dyson Devil Horns. Visit DysonDevilHorns.com for heavy metal tabletop gaming merch, mugs, and more. Use code SWOLE at checkout for 10% off your order, and be sure to follow them on Instagram for those sweet memes. Those are some quality memes. If I've ever seen a quality meme, those are some quality memes. That's Dice, the letter N, devilhorns.com. Before you roll.
Excellent. Some other little things before we get going. We do have a giveaway available. It is from our friends at Valorhood Grooming. It is their shower kit, so shampoo, body wash, conditioner, in their Halloween scent Grave Waker, which I have a description of somewhere. But it's super. I don't remember. There's a list as long as my arm, and
It's
but
like spices.
it's
like
lots of full spices in there. So once we hit 35, probably not going to do a giveaway right now because my computer is struggling just to keep this aloft on the internet. It's like Atlas right now, just struggling. But the next time that we do a stream, we will definitely catch that up. So if you're able to, all of the money goes back into the channel to produce more cool stuff. Like we have Spelljammer game, we have Cthulhu coming up with the one and only Ashley Mae King as our GM. So that's gonna be fun for this month. We also have a couple of one-shots coming up and things as well. Other things. Paul, can you just hit mute?
Oh no.
It's super loud. Other things, yes. So you can roll along with the cast as well by putting !roll in the chat. As long as you're a subscriber, you do have that option where it will roll a d20 in the chat for you. If you... all of the things. I'm trying to run too many things at once, and I'm mixing up all of my words. What else do? We do flex points. And those are free. Those are channel points just that you get from just watching us. As soon as 10 people basically sponsor 1,000 channel points onto one player, they will get a flex point where they're able to flex their abilities a little bit farther than the rules say they should, as long as they make it cool. So team up in the chat, decide who's gonna get what there. And what am I missing? Oh, Prime subscriptions. If you do make Bezos pay for your subscription and you choose to put it on us, then thank you so much. Really appreciate that. But you do have to re-up it every month. Other things, gifted subs also go towards the giveaway goal. And I think that's it. Oh, and if you're unable to do all of that, then don't worry. Just fucking being here is the best bit that you can do. Because that's why we do it, right? So if you're not already, you can click the follow button and you'll get a character rolled on the screen like I saw someone do earlier. So thank you very much. But that actually goes a really long way for us. So, have I missed anything? I don't think so. If I have, it's probably too late. So I guess without further ado, we can get into tonight's chapter of the Fables of Gahlia. And welcome back. So, last time on the Fables of Gahlia, you guys were continuing to travel, mostly on foot now. No cart in tow due to the flames and whatnot. But still taking Ted and Jerry, the horses, in stride. Walking along, you had come across someone in the woods, which you later found to be Sartak, the Goliath Ranger, who was hunting through the woods. And you found out that there is a Goliath tribe up in the mountains there, and found out some little bit of backstory behind the pacifist side of their tribe. What he did for you was cut down some time, showed you some shortcuts, and then showed you, in particular Kaya, who's great with directions, the way to go to save another sort of half a day's travel as you trekked on by yourself and he resumed his life. So, as you are being sort of sent off first thing in the morning, a little bit richer as well, as he gave you some stuff that he'd found, as you guys are heading out by yourselves, what would you like to do?
We are headed. Had we decided where we were headed before this? We were going to that town.
Well, we said we might head to Horbolder.
Right.
Um,
Because it was closest town, maybe to get another cart or something.
yeah, that's the closest town to get where there's going to be any type of stuff for sale, and you know it's a pretty big city actually.
Okay.
I recall that the closest city was the Dwarven city, correct?
Right, Horbolder.
Overall, okay.
Well then, shall we head on?
Yeah, and I've got really good directions from Sartak, so I think we should be good to go to get there sooner.
Great. Some of us on foot, some of us on horse.
Yeah, okay, so who's going on horseback?
I'm riding Ted.
Okay, with your sister behind you?
I'm walking.
Yes, Lily and Rose are on Ted.
Okay.
And I was way ahead of the party. I remember.
Well, that was during the day, like you guys had camped and then started to set off the next day as well.
Right, that's right.
I think I would be walking as well
Very good.
with Kaya.
Mm-hmm.
Which allows Adeline to take the other horse, if she pleases.
Yeah, I can, if Paul, if oh my God, if Lost wants to walk up ahead of everybody, I can keep letting him know where to go, and then we can stay back and keep an eye on the rear of the travel.
All right. Well, that would probably keep us safe if we had someone scouting out ahead.
Okay, so
I think so.
Kaya's going up front with the horses. The girls are on horseback. Lost is heading up the rear. And Rhapsody, where are you going to be at?
I'll be on the horse or near the horse, walking with the horse.
There's room on
close-
my horse.
No?
You're muted.
Rhapsody, would you like to ride with Adeline?
Sure. That sounds good.
Okay. Are you having difficulty hearing Adeline?
Me?
Yeah.
Or someone can't hear me. Can you hear me, Adeline?
I can hear you, Adeline. We can.
Great.
Just wanted to make sure that everyone in the party could hear you.
Great. Absolutely. Yes. Sometimes I forget and I accidentally do my mind link thing and I think I'm talking to like everyone, but it's just like I'm talking to someone. Yeah,
I can
And then
imagine
I'm
that.
from the back. You hear me from the back going, yes, I can still hear you. And I kind of slow my pace a little bit so that they inch a little farther away.
Excellent. Okay.
Oh, and just as a reminder, I still have my little skeleton cat because we animate her every day now.
Yes, that's fine. Okay. With Skeleton Poppy.
Yes.
Who wants to roll me a d20 for the day?
I rolled the last one.
I haven't rolled one yet.
Oh, let Adeline do it.
Can I do it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
go for it.
Oh no. Okay. 15.
15.
Nice.
Okay. Roll me a d6.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Oh no.
1.
Got it. Good to know. Thank you.
Hopefully.
Oh, so cryptic.
I don't know what you're talking about. Cool. All right. Is there anything you guys want to discuss along the way?
There's been so many things happening.
Right.
I really like these mountains.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are they kind of the opposite from where you're from?
Yeah, it's just, well, exactly on the other side. I'd always wondered what was on the other side of these mountains.
Your home is on the other side of these mountains?
Mm-hmm. It's actually, my village is between Horbalder and Heliacal. That's where I grew up.
How long has it been since you've been home?
A few years since I left to go, to the monastery with Roz.
Well, would it? I mean, if we were close to my home, I would want to go check on my family.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I'd like to see how my dad is doing.
I mean, I know we have pressing matters, but I don't think anybody would really object.
Well, I think it might be, pretty much on the way, depending on how we go.
Well, we can make it on the way.
Okay. I really appreciate that because, I'm sure everybody's fine. But, I would like to see everyone.
Have you not talked to them in a long time?
Well, I mean, not like talked, but we've sent letters and things like that. So, but everything was good. The last letter I had, but that's been a while because, well, the last letter I had was just before we left the monastery, and that's been quite a few months, or at least it feels like it has.
Well, then we should absolutely drop in. I'd like to see where you're from. You've told us so much of it. It sounds like a fascinating place.
Well, there's not very much there. It's just a really small village with some farming and ranching and a few houses and a community center where the elders meet and things like that. And I can show you, where I grew up and where I used to ride and where, the fields and where I planted the crops and things like that.
From the back, we hear Lost Rock go, yes, that's all great, but do you have alcohol?
Well, of course, everyone has alcohol.
Would we be able to get another wagon?
Well, hopefully we'll have one from Horbalder before we get to my village. My village is called Salsola.
Salsola. Lovely. How far is it, do we reckon, to Horbalder?
It's a couple of days ride, maybe a little less.
I wrote to my father before, letting him know that we would be passing through there, and well.
Oh, you meant from here?
Yes.
I thought you meant from my village. We were talking about Salsola, and I was trying to figure out how far it was from Salsola to Horbalder. Well, by my calculations, DM.
So
based on Sartak's instructions and directions.
So
somebody needs the keen mind feet.
You guys are getting close to the mountains just south of Ulfgate right now. Continuing on that diagonal towards the coast. So you guys have to get around the mountainside and then beyond the river to get to Horbalder. So with the time that you've been saved, you're probably looking at like 2 to 3 days, depending on what happens, just because you're having to go at walking pace now.
Yeah, and depending on whether you're riding, fast horses or not, that's, it might be 2 to 3 or 4 days, depending on travel speed between Salsola and Horbalder too.
Okay. Well, when I wrote to my father before, I hadn't realized just how expensive adventuring was. So I asked for a sum of money to be sent for me to retrieve there. So potentially we have funding for a cart. Though I do know our coffers run pretty deep at the moment as well. So it will be nice to have the comfort of a cart.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how uncomfortable it was sitting on a horse. I hurt in places that I didn't know could hurt.
That's you hear that from people who haven't ridden before or who have only ridden a little bit, because you're using muscles in your legs that you really aren't used to using, and you can be pretty sore after a few days. Well, after a couple of days, you're going to be really sore. But if you keep working through it, eventually those muscles, the soreness wears out or the soreness goes away, and you're stronger in those areas, and so then you're a better rider.
So really, you're just becoming a better writer every day.
Well, that is a comfort. I've only ever really, ridden a short time side saddle just for,
Side
sport.
saddle.
Well, yes, it's kind of what's expected. It's more proper.
Why?
Truly, I don't know. It's not very comfortable, though this isn't either.
Well, you couldn't ever actually work a horse like that because so much of your control over the horse is in your legs.
Oh, yes, it's very ill-advised to go above, a slow trot. But it's more for show, it's like, oh yes, look at me, I'm on a horse,
I've never experienced that before.
I mean,
I've been riding horses my whole life. At the temple, we had several horses. I didn't even know side saddle was a thing.
me neither. That's a silly thing to even think. I wouldn't even know. It seems like you would just slide right off.
This does feel safer, more secure.
Did you have like two stirrups on one side of the horse, or how did that work?
Well, no, it was being trotted around on a lead by a horse person, a stable boy.
Well, like the stirrup is where you put your foot through. Is that what you had two of those on one side, or?
You cross your ankles really delicately, and you just kind of like perch there,
Like a bird.
I suppose it could be bird-like. I really haven't done it much.
I feel like I'm learning a lot with this conversation.
Me too.
I like learning things like this. Even if I think it's silly, I'm learning more about the world, and that I know that there's people out there who think riding sideways on a horse is somehow proper. I think we would be polite about it, but inside we would be laughing at them, where I'm from.
In truth, I'm realizing there are many things that I've been raised to think are proper that are quite silly.
Well, I never thought that, the things that we ate at Eric's restaurant, those things are like, it's like trash food where I'm from. But he made something so amazing. I'm going to have to tell everybody in South Sola about that. And maybe we can figure out that recipe, because that would be amazing.
Yes. They could franchise out into your neck of the woods.
Well, I don't know that they would. There's not that many people, there, so they probably wouldn't have much. I mean, if he wanted to just come cook for us, I'm sure we would, put him up for free, and he could stay there. But I don't know if he would want to just come be the town cook, because he's a chef at a real proper restaurant.
From our brief interaction and what I know of Eric, I think he would love that just like so much.
Yeah.
You guys are starting to get closer to the mountains now, like this on your left, basically. As you're traveling, the ground beneath you starts to become a little bit more rocky and a little less grassy. And the more that you continue along this path that Sartak sent you down, which is a lot closer to the mountainside than you were going to go originally, you notice that the ground starts to become a little drier than it has been. There are like larger pieces of rock and things that you would surmise have come off the mountainside. And the trees become a lot more sparse the further you continue down, as the mountainside kind of creeps up closer to you and sort of starts to swallow the view of the sky on that side.
There's a clear path through this mountainous area, correct?
Yeah, right through here.
Okay.
It's rockier, but Sartak knew that you were taking horses, and so has sent you down somewhere that the horses can get through.
Okay.
They're having to be a little bit more careful than just going across like a dirt track. But they're not in danger.
Well, I'm going to, from the rear, keep an eye out on areas that look like places that would be likely for ambushes. You know, because not that I would know of such things, but yes.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a perception check for what you would just imagine an ambush position to be.
That's a 17.
17. Okay. Good to know. Right now, I mean, you do see that there are areas like between sort of the rock face on the left where, you know, that people could, if they really wanted to, kind of squeeze themselves into. But right now, from what you're seeing, there's nothing that really stands out at you as like yeah, that's a good spot.
Okay. And I will just continue drinking from this alchemy jug that's serving so well. So
That's
far.
right, you still have that.
I still have it. It is mine. I plan for my bowels to glow every time they detect magic.
Every time Adeline casts it, she avoids looking at you. Yeah.
Just clarifying, you did say bowels, right?
Bowels, yes.
Okay. It's a different kind of spell.
Is it getting dark?
Yeah, so as you continue your journey, the sun is starting to get a little lower. It's sort of getting into the afternoon now. As the ground again becomes more and more dry. It's more it's almost like a sand. It's kind of a sand mixed with dirt, with large rocks and things in the ground itself. And your shadows start to get a little longer out in front of you. But yeah.
When it starts to get I wanted to use the lantern of revealing that we got like for everyone. I forgot when it starts getting dim to help light the horses' way because I don't want them to break their little ankles. and it'll burn for 6 hours and sheds bright light in a 30-foot radius, dim light an additional 30, and invisible creatures and objects are visible as long as they're in the bright light.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so right now I wouldn't say that you need to shed bright light on it.
Okay.
Yeah. The sun is still up. We haven't quite set. But as you keep on traveling, is there anything you'd like to do, or are you just kind of looking to get somewhere safe to camp, or what is the goal?
Yeah, I think we just want to. I mean, I think we just want to get to the next spot, the next safe area to camp, because we're just trying to make good time, but we don't want to be traveling at night and in this terrain.
Okay. Yeah. So to the left is the mountainside. To the right, there's still some forests that you can make your way into if you wanted to set up camp, because it is getting more and more sparse the further you go this way. So if you wanted to, you could set up camp sort of earlier tonight, and then make out early in the morning to get like a long day's travel. If that's what you are sort of alluding to, camping somewhere that's a little bit more safe off the beaten track.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Who is looking for a spot?
What
I
kind
will.
of what skill would
Oh.
that be relative to?
I'll look for a spot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a perception check.
I rolled a natural one.
Natural 1 for a total of
8.
8. Yeah, I mean this terrain, it's really
9.
different to what you're used to. Oh, 9? Yeah, that didn't make a difference. It's gonna take you quite some time to kind of pick out a good spot around here. And so with Rose leading the charge there, it is getting dark at this point, and so the lantern comes out and sheds some light, and with that it kind of just naturally illuminates off to the side this little sort of cutaway where you'll be able to take the horses into the tree line and set up a camp amongst some trees. So you've got some cover over there.
Okay. I think I may have been distracted by the horses.
That's all right. We found a place now. We're good to go.
Awesome.
You know,
It's very unlikely that any bandits of the sort would be preying on this area. We're pretty far from the main trade routes.
well, it's good that you know that. I think that we could maybe discuss some of the things that have recently happened as we set up camp, like torturing a wizard until he died and it really wasn't a wizard, and releasing some kind of thing into the world. I mean, I know we've discussed this before, but we might need to prepare ourselves for when we get to this next city. There might be some kind of reaction to that if this is where they were going to attack.
I don't think I got the full story on that. I was trying to put out the cart while you guys were doing. You tortured a wizard to death?
Well, I mean, not.
I did not torture anybody.
I find
think-
that's the most surprising thing you've said in the last 2 minutes.
It's
Well,
true.
we weren't really torturing him. We were just trying to get his staff out of his hand.
Yeah, but it kind of turned out to be, let's cut his hand off and like things like that, which we didn't actually have to cut his hand off. No, we didn't. But it was a little intense.
It sounds
His arm was out of socket for most of the. I really kicked it really hard because I thought I was just going to kick the staff away, but he was magically bound to the staff. And I didn't know that. And I was coming in, wings out. I had the right wind, and I just kicked it real hard. And I'm not very strong, but I just had the benefit there. And his shoulder got pulled out of socket. So we started there. But he had killed my cat, and then I stroked the little skeleton kitty on my shoulder. But I mean, of course, I've brought her back, kind of.
It sounds
But
like a
the best
xylophone as she runs a hand down the ribs.
But I mean, you just don't go around killing people's cats,
apparently not. No, I would never. I'm terrified and in awe of you. So the whole wings thing, I didn't hallucinate that with blood loss. Like that happened. That's news to me.
Well, I guess
I didn't know you could fly.
Yeah, so I didn't really either until like a while back when we were fighting against the frog, the giant frog. Well, it ate my sister,
Right.
and then I just wasn't gonna have that, and so something inside of me just like, I don't even know how to explain it, but I guess it's some kind of reaction that I have to people that I love being hurt. But I mean, I know that there was celestial blood in my family,
Oh.
so I think it's tied to that.
Are you an angel?
An angel of death, maybe. I mean, I'm just kidding. I tend to graves. That's why I was saying that. It's just a joke. I'll make everybody.
You joke a lot more than Lily.
Well, she jokes too, in her own way. She tries to joke.
She turns and says, "I'm very funny."
She's very funny.
And then
Yep.
just turns her head away.
I mean,
So this not wizard person who was tortured, whose hand you didn't remove, thought about it. They're still out there? They're still...
no. Well, not really. Oh, I can't hear you.
Me?
Yeah, you can hear you now. So his physical form, and you guys can help me recount some of this, but his physical form burnt up to ashes.
Everybody's muted.
I don't hear anything.
Physical, okay.
Okay.
The staff was sundered in flame, but his body was left there. The flame had gone up through him and basically peeled him in half vertically.
Yeah, that's what happened. But I didn't do that.
Sick. Like, and not sick in like the way that some people are like sick as in cool, sick in the way that like I feel like queasy.
Yeah, it's gross. But in like a cool way.
Is it?
I mean, kind of. But he said something, and I know that Kaya can tell you what he said, but I don't really exactly remember. But it was something about, unleashing something.
He said the Flind will rise and Yinagu will return.
Yeah.
But he was a lot more dramatic about it. Like, the Flind will rise and Yinagu will return.
That was
Oh,
a
wow.
really good impression.
I feel like I was there.
And you kind of were. You were just
I was just trying to
not.
unsuccessfully put out the card, I guess.
Yeah. Well, so that happened. We have a lot going on.
Very
But
much.
at least now you know about that.
Yes, I'm glad that I know about the guy who split in half in front of everyone. That's something that is in my brain, and it can't leave now, so that's good.
Yeah. And now Lily has a bunch of fingers. Did you know about that?
More than before?
Oh, these aren't her fingers.
She got a whole bag of them.
Whew, okay.
She turns and gets the necklace of mostly decomposed fingers, and then 2 fresh ones on the side, and pulls it up for you to see. I have many fingers.
Yeah.
Yes,
2
you
whole
do.
sets. The ones attached to her, and then a whole nother set.
I have
On
some to
a
spare
necklace
if you would
that-
like some.
You know what? I think I'm good, and I'm sure they'll come in handy for you one day.
See, you're making jokes now too.
I know, it's kind of catching. Right. Okay, I feel caught up.
Well,
So this Inagu is what we have to watch out for. Inagu is will return.
And yeah, and a bunch of the creatures that attacked us. Oh no, what are they called? I forgot what they're called.
no.
The gnolls?
No, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we'll smell them before we see them. That is one of the good things about gnolls.
I don't think
Yep.
I have exceptionally well smelling. Are you good at smelling things that are far? Like,
I just notice when things smell bad.
oh,
It's like
probably not enjoying riding on a horse this much.
I feel like it's like permeated into like not just my clothes but like my soul. But you know, I'm getting used to it. Kind of like nose blindness now. Right. All right.
So
So we don't know anything of the nature of this thing, do we? Oh, sorry.
no, you go.
Do you know anything about any Nagu?
Religion check?
You had
Would I-
done that before.
Oh, I did.
Um,
Oh, I did.
yes, and you picked up
Didn't-
that
it
it
was-
was something demonic and abyssal.
Oh yeah.
Right. I'm not all that familiar with demons. Not really an approved area of study for most. But if we run across somewhere where we can access more information, I'm happy to dive into some research. But no, I don't know anything more. I could perhaps ask my mother. She might know. She specializes in world religions, kind of the more strange and obscure, the more, she appreciates them for the eccentricities.
I didn't know if maybe she just really liked demons.
I think she's fond of all types of religions. I mean, in their own way. I haven't really asked, I guess, about her particular fondness for demon. It feels like that should be something I should know, about my family. Like if she's like, "Oh, yay, demons," but we keep it very, we approach it very intellectually. It's not really a passion of the soul, but a passion of the mind.
Okay.
So it's an academic study and not a religious one.
Oh, yes, of course. Yes.
I learned about that word academic when I was at the at the monastery. We did some academic studies there too.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have any particular story to tell about any lesson, but we didn't have academics, or it wasn't called that where I grew up. It was more about just learning the ways of the world and things like that.
Yes. It's important to have that perspective of kind of everything. But yes, before we bed down, I can reach out to my mother. Maybe she could look into something if she doesn't know. Inagu. Is that correct?
Yinagu.
What
Yinagu. Yinagu. Yeah.
Inagu.
We should probably be careful. If you keep saying his name over and over, you might summon him.
Oh, right. Oh, shit. Yes, that is how that.
Is it?
Adeline,
Hmm?
has your parents shown worry about you being gone for so long? Or did you put that in the letter that you were fine?
I did put it in the letter that I was having a nice time adventuring. I also may have implied that I would be home in 3 weeks, which I don't think is accurate now. So I should probably update them. I did talk to my brother, who said that they all, sent me their well wishes, that they missed me. So I don't know if they're particularly. Well, they haven't reached out to me with their concern, but this is the longest and farthest I've ever been from home, so I'm sure they are a bit worried.
Did
I-
your
Well-
parents ever adventure back in the day?
Oh, well, if they did, I certainly haven't heard about it. I know my mother went on a few, archaeological type excursions, but again, it's all in the name of study, not really for adventure itself. No, I don't know. I've spent most of my life at the institute. In fact, nearly all of it, and I feel that they never really expressed a desire to leave. It's a beautiful place. You'll understand when you see it. It has everything.
That's how I feel about the temple.
Hmm.
I would have never left if, we weren't looking for answers.
Well, just so you know, South Sola is not really a beautiful place.
Oh,
I mean, I guess beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but it's a nice little town. There's good people there, but it's pretty nondescript as far as that goes. I mean,
Sure.
it's sort of desert-like, and it's hard to grow crops, but you figure out the right crops for the right region, and you can make do.
I'm excited to see it.
Me too.
Me too.
Okay, so as you guys setting up camp, I imagine Rhapsody is manning the fire again to cook what little foods that you do have still. Is there anything you guys would like to do with your evening before bedding down?
I am gonna cast a sending, but I'm gonna do that like right before sleep if there's other things.
Okay.
I would also cast Ascending.
Okay.
Oh, no, don't. I'm kidding.
Oh wait, I should check if
I don't have it prepared, so I do not cast Ascending.
Rose,
Yes.
before we parted ways with Sartak, he gave me a little parting gift, or I guess he probably meant it for all of us, but he handed it to me, and it's this really nice blue sapphire, and I don't mind holding on to it, but maybe we should put it with the rest of our stuff, or maybe you might be able to use it in a spell or something. I know you thought diamonds before. I heard you talking about, but I don't know if you can use a sapphire in a spell. But anyway, we might be able to sell it or trade it for a diamond. But this one, or maybe we shouldn't trade it because it's pretty special that Sartak gave it to us. It kind of has sentimental value, and because he was such a nice man. And well, anyway, here, will you hold on to it? You can put it in the bag with all the other stuff.
Yes, of course. I'll keep it. And typically, like, if somebody really, really gets hurt and we have to put a lot of magical energy into them, that is more of a diamond that I would need to help them. But, precious stones are very important. So.
Yeah, he said this one was worth 250 gold pieces.
Wow. It's convenient that he knew the exact price.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's pretty smart. So.
Yeah. Well, I'll keep it safe in the bag of holding.
We could trade it for a wagon.
Did you know when we met him at first, it was almost like he was invisible in the woods. Like none of us saw him. We knew he was there, but it was like we couldn't see him. That's a pretty cool talent.
Yeah, especially if he wasn't using any actual magic to make that happen.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if this sapphire is magical.
I will cast Detect Magic. I do have that.
Okay. So you cast Detect Magic. That drawing on the power of Eastus and pushing out, looking for anything that could be magical around you, other than the items that show up on your compatriots. That's it. I mean, it's a very nice sapphire, but it's not magical.
Well, this particular sapphire is not magical, but it is valuable. So we'll keep it safe.
All right. Well, that's it for me. I think I'm gonna go lay down and. Well, we probably need to make plans for a rotation of a watch. I'll go ahead and start because I can't do it in the middle of the night when it's really dark.
Okay.
So I'll go first. After y'all go to bed anyway. I'll stay up and do it.
I'll get some rest then.
I will meditate with my alchemy jar.
Just like
I
cross-legged with it in the middle.
Yep, sitting in between my legs, cross-legged. Yeah.
I tend to the horses, and then probably lay down with the horses, because we've decided that they lay down when they sleep.
Yes.
We did establish that.
We've established that for this.
We did. It is canon in Gahlia.
Mm-hmm.
Horses lay down to sleep.
Mm-hmm. Every night.
And they have beautiful dreams. Also canon.
Of rainbows and sparkles and unicorns.
You haven't gotten to the Feywild yet. Okay.
We have in my mind.
Rhapsody, if you are there for more than 30 seconds, give me a perception check.
Ooh.
Uh, 16.
16. Okay. So, after sort of breaking down all of the cooking equipment and things and cleaning it all off, you set out your bedroll and sit down in sort of a darker spot. And as you do, you notice this slight glimmering come off of your belt. And you look down and you see, just as it's starting to die down, one of the red gem that is in the hilt of the dagger, Korum's dagger, is just starting to die down.
Like it was glowing and then it's like fading back to its normal, or
Does seem that way.
I'm taking a look at it.
Okay. So you pull the dagger out and take a look at it, and I mean, other than the glow starting to die down in the gem, there's nothing new about it.
Can I just like take the gem portion of it off and like hold that and kind of like see if it gives off anything weird?
Okay. So you're gonna separate the gem from the back of from the hilt of the dagger,
Yes.
and you're gonna inspect the gem. Okay.
Yes.
Like I said, other than that slight glow that's starting to dim down to almost nothing now, there's nothing about this pot.
I will take out the note again because, like, every time I read this note, it just feels weird. So while I have the gem in hand, I'll take out the note and kind of read the message that Korum wrote in my head.
Okay. You do note that there are 2 notes in there. So, there's the new one. You can read the new one first, or you can read the old one first. What do you like to do? I don't want to talk for you.
Do I notice that there's 2 like immediately?
As you go to unroll the one, it separates and becomes two. Like it's been wrapped up inside itself.
I will read the first one and then pull out the second one and or unravel the second one and then read that one.
Okay. As you read the first one, give me an investigation check with advantage.
Okay. 19.
19. So you spend quite a while poring over this because you had started to notice from the multiple times that you've been reading this note over and over and over, and there was something about the way that he writes his lettering, the flicks, the sort of the serif marks that are in his handwriting are very unique, almost like there's a pattern to it. And you read it over and over, and then you pull the second note, which is written in script that doesn't make sense. And it takes a minute.
Can I put the second note over the first one? Just hold it up.
You gonna put them over each other?
Yeah, if there's a source of light anywhere, maybe hold it up to the light area of the place to see if I can see through it.
Okay, yeah. So put one over the top of the other and hold it to the light. And it reads, and you hear in Coram's voice, "Clever boy. Now write back to the dagger, and maybe I'll show you some more tricks."
I'm gonna scowl and roll it back up. We go through all this.
But yes, he is effectively teaching you thieves' cant.
Nice. That's so cool.
Also,
Why are
Rob,
you, Roz? Why are you playing with your knife over there?
What? You can see me in the dark? God,
You're right there by the fire.
Oh.
I am on watch.
In fairness,
What are you
you
watching?
did say you were stood there with it in the light, so
it's Coram. He left me a note in the dagger portion of it.
Oh, really?
Yes, but he wasn't very straightforward about it, and it's taken me a while to figure out what he said.
Okay. Did he say anything important?
He said to write to the dagger. I didn't think that was a thing.
Write to it. So there was a note inside of it?
Yes, but there was two notes now. There was the first note, and then the second note didn't make sense. But then I held it up to the light, read it, and then that message said to write to the dagger.
So
Is it euphemism for something? Or?
Maybe I can put little pieces of parchment with little notes and exos and stuff, and then
That makes
cross those
way
out,
more
'cause
sense than what I was thinking.
Well,
Yeah.
you already knew it was magical, so because you would throw it and it would come back, whether you hit something or not, which was more often than not that you missed.
We won't go
Yeah.
into details about the accuracy of the deck. It's not the normal weight of weapons that I like.
Right. I mean, it's magical, so you're probably just not used to, like, the magic is probably throwing off your aim.
Exactly, Kaya. Exactly.
I'm serious.
I mean,
I'm
I
not just-
used that the silver dagger that we got just perfectly fine.
Obviously it is the magic that's throwing the weight off. Or the notes inside that made it unbalanced.
Yes, it's the notes. Throwing off my aim, Kaya.
Yep. Well, you should put a note in there and see what happens.
Maybe if I just like put so many notes that they can't move around. I'll
But he
ask,
said to
Adeline if she has. Oh, you're awake! Everyone's awake tonight when we're on watch. That's
We're all
how.
3 feet away from you. No one's gone to sleep yet.
Are we just making Kaya feel good about himself when he's doing his job? Why is no one resting?
Watch so early. He stares at each of us so intently, and it's like, no, Kaya, look at the surroundings.
Do you have small pieces of parchment that I could write on and then do something with? I don't.
Of
I'm
course.
just going to throw paper in there that has like angry messages and see if I get anything back.
Of
Well,
course.
why does
Yeah,
he have to be angry?
Well, because it could have just been straightforward. You don't go around the mountain if there's a pathway through the mountain.
But we are doing that exact thing.
We are
You
literally
know there's a
going
pathway
around
through
the
the mountain.
I mean, I understand because I would rather be direct, so I completely understand that. But sometimes, and I think we're finding this together, there's an adventure in the journey, not just the destination.
but also there might be a bigger purpose for what
I
he's
know what
doing.
the bigger purpose is. Here's a
I
piece
have no
of
idea
paper.
what you're talking about.
Go on and write your little love note, thralls.
I'm sitting in my meditative trance, and I just yell over him like, "You've been obsessing over that dagger for the last few days now. I was about to tell you to just express your feelings to him."
Oh no, your voice. We lost your sound.
Stunned, speechless.
Doesn't want-
He's speechless.
It's not easy for everyone to express how they feel. I think you would understand that.
Ooh.
Nothing wrong with being infatuated with the bad boy.
Well, not everyone wants to share that with everyone, maybe.
Mm.
Well, Roz just said there's nothing wrong with being obsessed over a bad boy. I mean, Lost just said that.
I did not say that.
No, that was Lost.
That's what Lost said.
We are not putting that into the ether. Not manifesting that into the no. I'm going to go to sleep since no one else wants to currently, and I will wake up whenever someone wakes me up. Good night.
Good night.
All right, nice. If we are settling down for bed, Adeline is going to cast her sending.
Okay. Yep.
All right.
Who are
Oh,
you sending
shit.
to?
All right. To my mother.
Okay.
Okay. Mama, hope all is well. Adventuring is so fun. I'm sleeping in dirt. Oh, do you know about Nagu? Seems abyssal. Love you, Ta.
That was perfect.
So, a moment passes, and then you start to feel that familiar sensation. The hairs kind of stand up on the back of your neck a little bit as the spell comes back, and you hear the voice of your mother. Oh, Addie, we miss you so much. Adventuring. Well, I hope you're being safe. And I hope you wash when you get out of the dirt. You know, Goo? He is father of all gnolls and the demon lord of destruction. I hope you're okay. And that's it.
I guess that is a pretty cryptic thing to ask about.
A little bit.
Interesting. I think I'll leave it at that for then, but I'll be like, Kaya,
Yeah.
not to distract you from your watch. Why you're still staring like right at Roz?
I'm just
But-
making sure he's okay. He's sleeping.
Okay. No, he is asleep. I think he's okay. My mother, she knows of Yanagu. He's the father of all Gnoll. No, he's the father. Was it father of Gnolls and god of destruction of god, or god of Gnolls or father of destruction? Either way, seems bad.
Yeah. God of
So-
destruction. That's terrible.
Yeah.
That's terrible. Well, I'm glad you talked to your mom.
Yes.
And I've been thinking about it. I don't think we released him. I think he was just I think it's more of like a passive thing. He was released. We didn't do it. I've been thinking that's how we should look at the situation.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, Kaya. I know I didn't release shit. So this is me washing my hands of this whole null death god destruction thing. And
You
I'm
can
sure
wash your
we'll never
hands.
again.
Yes, you can wash your hands of it, but I think you're going to be in. It's going to come back. It's going to come back to us,
Yeah, I bet. I'm sure.
and you'll be there. I hope.
I'm sure I will be. Fuck. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go to sleep now. And
Okay.
try
You
not
should
to-
get some sleep.
Do you want help on your watch? I can stay up with you and go to sleep after.
That's okay. I'm all right.
I'll
Mhm.
leave the lantern with you.
Oh, thank you. I can use it to watch. Yes, I'll use the lantern to yeah, I'm gonna make my rounds. Thank you.
All right.
Nobody
You
is
need to-
sleeping. You guys are too loud.
Did you hear what I said about Inagu? Did you hear the bit about the destruction? It seems bad, right?
I'm just sad he took that cool name first, God of Destruction. Yes.
Yes. Oh, there's many other
honorifics that I'm sure you can claim, like bad boy lost wealth. And she does not. She has a straight face as she's saying it.
All right. With that,
All right, Mom. I'll sleep.
Kaya, why don't you give me a perception check for your watch?
22.
22.
Why did you sound
I
disappointed?
know, right?
Well, I rolled a 15, so I was happy about that. But I don't know. I don't really know why I put that inflection in it. I don't know. It just came out.
22. So the night passes pretty uneventfully. This far out from the woods, there's no real animal sounds that are even close by. Like, you hear the occasional like night birds, like owls and such, but it's coming from a distance away, you can tell. But the night goes through, you're fine. Who's taking second watch?
I can.
Rose, wake up. It's your turn.
Oh, thank you.
All right, I'm going to go to sleep.
Did anything happen?
Nope. Here's the lantern there. Oh, you can see, can't you?
Lantern's
Yeah,
out.
I'll turn the lantern off now. Yeah.
It's already out.
Okay.
Oh, that's right.
Only last 6 hours.
Oh.
It's
So-
just me.
Rose, as you're setting up for your watch, give me a perception check first.
All right. I swear to God, I'm stopping rolling tonight. I'm done. No more dice. I rolled a
Natural 1?
So,
Oh.
so it's a 9.
Wow.
9. All right.
Fuck me.
Okay. With that,
I have a +8 to perception. Sorry. I'm
with
done.
that 9. Go ahead and make a wisdom check for me. I said check, not save.
Not save. Okay. That is that's a 10. Because I'm rolling shit. Put that dice away. Goodbye.
10.
Oh,
So your thoughts are hampered by what everyone was saying about Yunogu and things before you eventually fell asleep. And it's playing on your mind so much that you start to lose focus of what you're meant to be doing. And this wasn't a particularly high DC. Your head goes to the wizard, not wizard, and what everyone was saying about releasing Yunogu. And eventually probably hits you like fairly close to the end of your watch, but you realize that he wasn't releasing anything. What happened to him was tied to the staff. He was rendering his corpse unusable by anyone by splitting his skull in two.
what did we do with the staff? Where is the staff?
It erupted into flame,
Back to herself.
and I believe Rhapsody and Lily scooped up some of the ash into
Oh, I have. I have.
into vials.
That was me and Rhapsody.
Oh, it was you and Lily?
That was me and me. No, that was me and Rhapsody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Lily was worried about fingers.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
But you watch.
I'm gonna pull out the little vial of staff ash.
Okay.
Does it doing anything?
give me an investigation check.
Okay. I changed dice, so if this is a 1, I quit. Okay? Here we go.
Noted.
Investigation. It's not a 1, so I'll stay. But it's a 12.
I was going to say, you do have to tell me what you got.
I had to see, but my modifier is 0, so it's a 12.
A 12. So you're sort of turning it and watching, and it's not doing anything.
I'll use it. I have things. Hang on. I will use. No, I don't. I can detect magic on it.
You're gonna
and,
cast
really
detect
look at
magic?
it. Yeah, I will.
Okay. Searching for the essence of magic contained within the staff. Nothing comes back from the ash. Whatever destruction that had been caused to it has seemingly rendered the ash non-magical.
Okay. So the body, and I used my decompose on the body. And I took the ash with us. And it's not doing anything. It doesn't look magical. I really don't know. I really don't know what's happening, though.
So, as you reach this conclusion, the sun is starting to rise. The sort of golden and orange tones start to flood in across the camp. As the rays sort of start hitting everyone's eyelids and rousing you up from sleep. And that's where we're going to take our little 10-minute break. And then we will be back to see what the hell is going to happen. Definitely not anything to do with releasing demon lords. Not gods, demon lords. Didn't want to break the role play. Demon lords. Thank you so much, everyone, for sticking with us in this very sticky, laggy situation. I do apologize for the stream quality. We just we had to put this together last minute, and yes, it will be getting back to presentable presentation
Soon.
Presentable presentation very, very soon. So thank you for sticking with us. We love seeing you guys there. We will be back in about 10 minutes. See you then. welcome back. Thank you so much for hanging out while we had a little break. So, we ended on sunrise, just kind of breaking through the tree line and scattering its golden orange rays across the party, rousing them from their slumber from a relatively uneventful night. Yeah, the morning is yours. I know the plan was to get a head start this morning. What would you like to do?
Do you have time for breakfast before we head out? Or are we eating on the road?
How much more travel do we have to get to Hornwall?
2 to 3 days.
Wow.
On the road it is.
On the road. Yes.
Well, here's some like rations that I've been picking up along the way, berries and stuff like that. That it may not be like a big gourmet meal, but it's enough to keep you from being hungry.
I love berries.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
It's really pineapple.
No. How could you?
After handing out your fine breakfast of berries, you guys can mount up on your horses again. Same everything that we did yesterday. Is that the plan?
Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. So you mount up, form your formation. Yeah, that makes sense. And head out.
Present your presentation and form your formation.
I know,
Yes.
right? Like, it's not like my job is anything to do with words or describing things.
Yeah.
Yes. So moving further ahead, the mountainside, like the height of the mountain starts to come down. And Kaya, that kind of gives an alarm bell in your head that you are on the route and heading closer to the coast. The tree line leaves. The tree line disappears to the back, and you are out into basically just sort of like I said, that kind of gravelly mud sand, very dry, with those large stones leading up to the mountainside on your left. And to the right is kind of more sort of like, describe it, sort of like jagged rocks and area, but the path that Sartek sent you down is okay for the horses still, so they're okay. Ted and Jerry are just fine. Just being careful with their footing, but yeah. So I will ask everyone to give me a perception check, please and thank you.
19.
Yes. 22.
Ooh.
25.
Ooh. 7.
7.
13.
What did you get?
All right.
13.
13. Okay. 18 and up. As you are traveling, the way that you're going, it heads sort of downhill, and the jagged rocks that are to your right start to get higher as the pathway goes down lower. Entering through this area, you hear a scuffle ahead and a couple of shouts from a humanoid. You telling them to hold?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The shouts continue.
Do y'all hear that?
I do.
Maybe.
After being
Can anyone make
alerted
out what
to
they're
what to
saying?
listen to, you guys all start to pick up.
Is it on the road ahead?
Yes. I don't know how far ahead yet.
What if someone's in trouble?
Right, but we should probably like dismount from the horses and tie them up right quick. But we want to make sure it's not an ambush.
Okay.
It could be a distraction. Lost, maybe you should make sure that there's nothing behind us coming in.
I can go check ahead without being seen if needed.
Can you be quiet?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll go with you.
Oh, well, I can only make myself not be seen. It'll be okay. And I'll cast invisibility on myself and try to like stealth up and kind of just see what the commotion is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold Bane.
Okay. What are you holding for?
If anything advances at us or attacks us,
Okay.
if I can see them, I can Bane them.
Got it. Okay, so Adeline, invisible, moving forwards. Give me a stealth check with advantage.
Nice. Oh, thank goodness for that. Okay. 19.
19. Yeah, so seemingly unheard and definitely unseen. You scout ahead fairly quick and see two humans from behind, both with swords drawn, and one is facing what you can't quite see, and so you start to try and pick your way around to get a better angle on it, and your eyes come upon this large lizard, very large lizard, like pretty much a human-sized lizard, very beefy, sort of round-bellied center, with these red spines that head down its back. And as you sort of come around to get it in your view, you see the second human start to scream, "No, no, 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 no!" And you watch as stone creeps up over his body and engulfs him, turning him into a statue. And I need you, as you gaze upon, to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! 14.
14 just succeeds.
Oh.
So as you feel scared, stiff, almost more stiff than usual, you're able to shake off the effect. Averting your eyes, the human that is still made of flesh lunges forward with his sword and sinks it into the lizard, which lies down to the side, breathing heavier as this dark blue blood sort of spills forth from the sword wound as he withdraws it from the chest, and it starts trickling down and touches the foot of the stone human. And as it does, you watch as the blood touches and it starts to pull away at the stone, but only very slightly. What do you do?
I'm going to use my I'm gonna talk with my brain I'm gonna message Kaya, be like, there's a large lizard in the road. I felt almost frightened of it, like I would turn to stone when I looked at it. There's two humans. One has been turned to stone. The other one is, I'm not sure if it's slain, but it's bleeding quite a lot. I don't know what to do. I don't think we should look at it. It was I was almost frozen to the very spot.
Do I know what kind of creature she's referring to?
Give me a nature check.
Plus 0. 10.
10? I mean, there's plenty of big lizards around in the dry areas that you'd know of.
That turn other things to stone?
It's not ringing a bell. Not with the 10.
Okay. And I have the ability to talk back psychically as well.
Yes.
So I'm going to tell her that I don't know what that is. Well, it's in my head, so I can say it loud. I don't know what that is, but you said it turned him to stone?
Yes.
And you said it might be dead, but you don't know?
Well, I'm kind of like scared to look at it now. I'm just kind of like covering my eyes, but like I can see its blood coming out, and it's like pooling around the guy who was stoned, and like maybe he's like maybe not being super stoned anymore, but like he still is like a little, and it's not really doing a whole lot. But I'm scared to look directly at it again. I don't want to be frozen to the spot.
Well, if you get frozen, I won't leave you in that spot.
Well, that's a comfort, but I'd rather not be frozen at all.
Well, that's true. But the way you said it, I thought you meant just to that particular spot.
No, it'll be like a little Adeline statue. Put me in a garden somewhere for all I'm worth. I don't want that.
Well, I don't want that either. You're a good friend of mine.
Oh, well, thanks, Kaya. That's really kind of you to say.
Well,
we should figure out what we're going to do.
Oh, right. Well, I'll tell everybody else. I'll relay psychically to Roz what is happening.
You're right
And
there
you
with
can-
them. Tell them.
No, I was more worried about you, so I kind of went halfway.
Oh. Okay. Oh, I can see you. Yes, I see you. You're a lizard I can look at. All right.
I'm not a lizard.
Oh,
Yes, I'm not a lizard.
right. Sorry, that was the thing. I'm so sorry.
I mean, you know that. I don't know. This is like the third or fourth time you've said something like that.
I don't understand the whole eggs, not eggs thing. It's just really confusing.
Oh God, no.
And
There it is.
Okay, fine. Roz, there's a lizard. It turned somebody to stone, and somebody else stabbed it, and it's bleeding on the guy that turned to stone, and he's kind of not being. I don't know if he's turning back from stone. The way she said it, he's not being stoned anymore. I don't even know what that means.
Yep,
but
this is where the
maybe it's
stoner
turning
jokes
him
start.
back. And he, at any rate, she's still invisible. And she said she's not going to look at it because when she was looking at it, it felt like she said she was getting really stiff, or I don't remember how she said it. She barely felt like she wasn't frozen. That's what she said, frozen. And anyway, they it might be dead. So I don't know. I just tell everybody that.
This is the worst game of telephone.
As this conversation is happening, Adeline,
Oh,
what
no.
you see is the not stone human start to pull bottles and like vials and things and start filling up with the blood while averting his gaze, sort of feeling for where the wound is sort of pouring out, and then putting the vial to it, and then starts applying it to the stone human, who, as it sort of soaks in, the stone starts sort of peeling away and revealing skin and clothing once again, as you watch him kind of gasp as his face is returned to flesh, and the other human starts coming back and goes, "Come on, mate, you can't just stare at them. You've got to feel where they are and then just go for it. You know this. Come on." And the other one sort of still kind of gasping, as you can imagine, like everything feeling extremely tight from his throat down. Is I know. I just didn't expect the young one to just come out. We were just meant to attack the nest, get the eggs, and get out. So what is happening back at the group?
Does anybody
Yo,
relay
we
the
lost
message?
your
I think Roz was telling me everything that Kaya had told him.
Oh.
So
I
Yep.
actually, after hearing all that, I'll tell Kaya, with your mind speak, can you tell her to just take off her glasses? Wouldn't that work?
Why would I tell her to take off her glasses?
because then she can't see.
If
I
you
don't
take
know.
off, I'm speaking to her now. If you take off your glasses, can you see?
I mean, I just see like blurs of stuff. My vision is bad. Like, you would think, like, in this age of like arcana and stuff, that there was like a way to solve that, but like, it's bad. And it just is. So, but a lot has happened since we last spoke, Kaya. So, the guy took a bunch of the blood and he put it on his other friend who was stoned. And now, guess what? He's not stoned anymore. And I heard them say that they didn't expect the young one to come out. Isn't that curious? They were only supposed to go in, collect the eggs, and then leave. So, there must be more of these, or at least eggs of whatever they are. So they are lizards. They do have eggs. Not sure where. Right, that wasn't the subject at hand. But either way, 2 humans. They are here to collect these scary lizard eggs, and they are both successfully not stoned anymore. Should I help them? Do you think, or should I?
Are they leaving?
Well, no, they're collecting like so much blood, but it's like kind of messy. They're just kind of like making a mess of it and feeling around. but also I'm just kind of like peering through my fingers to look at it. And they said like, even if it is dead, you can't look at it, I think.
Okay. So, hey guys, there's a lot of
Massive
eggs.
paraphrasing going on now.
There's a lot of eggs. They're collecting the eggs. They're collecting blood. He poured the blood over the guy. The guy's not frozen. Oh, did I already tell you that part? Anyway, the guy's completely not frozen now, and it's a mess. She said, but apparently you're not supposed to look at it even after it's dead. And I don't know why they're stealing the eggs, but I would be mad if they were stealing. I don't lay eggs, but if I had eggs, and I don't hatch from an egg, but if I did, I know my parents would be unhappy if they were taking her eggs. So that's rude, but maybe it's not a nice creature anyway. Maybe they're taking the blood because there's a bunch of these creatures, and it's like when we used to do this thing. There were lots of venomous snakes back in South Sola in the desert. And did you know you can get the venom out of the venom glands, and then you can use it to make like a
Anti-venom?
yeah. We didn't call it that. We just said it was like a well, I guess it is kind of an anti-venom potion. And if you give it to someone who got bit by a snake, then it would help them react to the poison and live. So maybe that's what they're doing. Kind of like that.
The same can be true of poisonous plants. My father taught me that. He was a botanist. But what are we going to do about these nest robbers?
Well, maybe we should tell Adeline to speak to them in their head and ask them what they're doing and why they killed the creature and why they're stealing its eggs. Adeline, you should speak to them in their head and ask them why they were robbing the creature's eggs.
Do you think that they would answer a disembodied voice in their head?
Just say...
Maybe if I pretend I'm like dead called or something, and I'm like, answer for your sins.
What if you pretend to be the creature? I don't know what. No, don't do that. That would really be yeah. Just say, hey.
Reasonable people in our group say.
Just say, hey, you're surrounded. So don't freak out. No, that would freak them out. Just say, hey, we came up on you. Watching you from the woods because we heard you screaming, and we want to make sure you're okay. Say it like that.
I'll take that under advisement. All right.
Or maybe you can just say it not in their heads, but just say it out loud. That would probably be less freaky.
Yeah, really?
Either way, it's coming from an unidentifiable source.
Just say you're hiding behind the trees. Stand behind a tree, and that way it'll be true.
I don't care if it's true. I don't care to lie to these people. I don't know what they're doing. All right. Thank you, Kaya. This is some really good advice. Thank you so much. And then a minute later, Rose hears in her head, hey, Rose, it's Adeline. What do you think I should do? These guys, one of them was turned to stone, one of them is collecting a bunch of blood and turn them not into stone. And they're just collecting these vials of blood, and they're trying to steal the eggs of this creature who almost made me turn to stone. Did Kaya tell you all this anyway?
Yes, he mentioned a couple of these things. Perhaps, are you for sure it's just the two of them?
That's all I can see, but I'm also trying to look through my fingers because I felt like I was being frozen to the spot looking at this lizard. And it is a lizard because it lays eggs.
Good to know. If I'm not exactly sure, but at this point, they're directly in the path, right? That we were headed.
Oh, yeah, there's like a big dead lizard straight in the middle of the path. And I honestly, it seems like it would freak out the horses at least.
Right. We don't really have a choice. So maybe we should all just make our presence known.
All right. Make our presence known. All right. Good idea.
We need to figure out if they're for us or against us or what the next step should be, because we all have the power to, move them out of our way. But we don't necessarily have to do anything to them if they're just, I don't know, keeping a village safe nearby.
Right. All right. And the mindling.
We're gonna head towards you.
Okay. And the mindling drops because Adeline talks to the guy who was recently stoned. Now, in his mind. Hello. Are you all right? It seems like you're having a pretty.
He screams. He's now like mostly flesh except for like his legs. So he's still
Don't
kind of
run
like,
away.
but he goes. He draws his sword
Just
and just starts swiping behind him. The other one's like, "What are you doing?"
That's not where I am. No, I'm not there. Sorry. I'm just checking to see if you're all right. It's okay. I don't wish you any harm. But I saw your little altercation with that lizard. Good job defeating it. If it is defeated, there's blood everywhere, so it seems like it. Anyway, we're just passing through. I've got quite a lot of people with me, so don't get any funny ideas. But we wish you no harm. How's it going?
He says out loud, I'm hearing voices. The other one says, Dave, just shut up. We just need to get these eggs, get them back to Eric so that stupid little fucking halfling can pay us. And then we'll be clear.
Dave, you're not going to believe this. I know Eric. I've met him. You work for him. That's so crazy. What a small world.
As he's trying to like hold his face like steady while looking at his friend, like he's not hearing all of this. You just watch like these beads of sweat start appearing on his forehead as he's trying to hold it together. And you hear in your mind, are you a ghost?
No, silly. I'm just, a regular girl. Just kidding. That's the other girl in the group. She's just a regular girl. But I'm also actually just a regular girl.
Okay.
I'm just hiding right now. I do. If you wish us no harm, I don't mind revealing myself. The rest of my party ought to be here soon, anyhow.
Okay. As he's like looking around.
Is that a verbal agreement? Is that verbal confirmation that you don't wish us harm?
Yeah, I don't want to hurt any ghosts.
Great. All regular girls. Say it. Say it, Dave.
All regular girls.
All right. Thanks. I'm gonna say out loud back to the group. Are they like how close are they
Yeah.
now?
As soon as you would have like lost connection, I would have been like, "We need to go," and I would have just taken off. Like,
And as you come close, like you see Adeline, and she'll like drop the invisibility as she walks towards you, but start speaking before it's fully dropped. You're not going to believe this. They work for Eric.
And you see Dave like go, ah! But his legs aren't quite fully flesh, and so he just onto his back.
Did you say Eric? The Eric? The Eric that makes like the best meals ever?
Maybe he's making some weird, like fucked up omelet. Who knows?
The other one is, oh, wait. Who the fuck are you? What are you?
Oh, I'm Kaya.
Don't come in here making a shit ton of noise.
Oh, are there more?
Why?
Shh.
all right.
Okay.
We know Eric. Isn't that crazy?
Please be fucking quiet.
Okay.
I really think we should be quiet. I don't want to get into a fight with these things.
And he walks
There's
over
more
to
around.
he walks over to one of the stone walls and puts his ear against it. Oh fuck. Fuck. As you start feeling in the ground rumbles of multiple thundering footsteps as out of two caves all of these six-legged large lizards run out, and I need you all to roll initiative.
Run!
This outcome.
I'll turn us to stone.
30-20.
All right.
10.
Hold your horses.
Go keys.
Oh my God, he's rolling so many dice.
One was for you, mate.
Oh,
Okay. 25 to 20.
22.
Yay.
Oh, and 20.
22. Rhapsody. 20. Adeline, was that?
Yep.
Cool. 20 to 15. No? Okay. 15 to 10.
13.
10.
13.
Ooh. So many. Let's see. Da. So, who is 13s?
Me.
Kaya and Rose.
And who has
My
the higher
dex
dex?
is 15.
Minus 20.
That would be him.
Got it. Kaya, Rose. Whoop. Broke my lead. And 10 was lost. And then 10. Let's go 10 to 1.
I think we got everyone, right?
Everybody.
Oh, where was Rhapsody?
First, he's
22.
Oh yeah. I'm not used to him rolling so high for initiative.
Dang.
I've been called out.
That is true.
Okay, Kaya.
But it's just because you like to wait and see how I'm doing. That's why.
Yeah.
I'm
Cool. Okay. Oh wait, I'm missing one. Oh, there he is. Sweet. All right. So, where was everyone? So,
I'm
I would have gone straight up to Adeline.
okay.
Had we gone that
So-
far yet?
This is Dave
If we have, we have.
on his back.
Dave.
This would be the other dude.
Oh, Dave's not up yet.
Well, he just fell over because
His legs are still stone.
Yeah.
Adeline.
Oh,
Adeline, where were you? Like close by?
I was close. I maybe took like, I don't know, 3 steps back towards the group to talk to them, but I was mostly close to my hiding spot, I think.
Okay.
And I dropped invisibility like a big old dummy.
Cool. Rose, you said you were next to Adeline, like there.
Yep.
Sweet. Where is everyone else? Behind? Maybe?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I think so. Nobody was really communicating with me too much, and I have a slow initiative, so I think I was like chilling in the back, enjoying the alchemy jug, and then when everybody took off forward, that's when I noticed, and so I'm a little behind.
Okay. So. We have 1 dead. And then rushing out of the caves.
They're so pretty. Oh God. Oh, that's a lot.
That's enough.
That's enough slice.
That's enough slices. All right, awesome. Rhapsody, you're up first.
So I will either use my action or bonus action to take one of my scarves and immediately tie it around my eyes.
Oh, okay.
All right, Kaya, it's just like we learned in the monastery. The blind fighting training that my father tried to teach us and I didn't pay attention. We're going to reenact it today.
oh, okay. I didn't learn that. You went
Okay,
you went silent.
blindfold I'll give you for free. What would you like to do?
You're silent again.
Worst time to cut out.
And he's frozen now.
Bear with us, folks.
Ah, Bean.
We will get Rhapsody back. Any
Yep.
minute.
Here you. You're good. There you are.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep, we can.
I will use my bonus action to patient defense.
Okay.
So I will use a key point for that. And then my action, the moment anything attacks me, I'm going to strike at it 2 times. Anything.
Okay.
So I'm going
Patient defense and
to
you're
walk
holding your action.
like from where I judged
No.
No.
He should just call me and I'll
It's true. Or text message.
We will get through one round of combat. Maybe.
I believe.
I believe. I just need I've got his action, I got his bonus action. I just need to know where he's going. If we can get that on the next run through, that would be awesome. Here he comes. Internet connections, guys. Thanks so much for sticking around.
Just build suspense.
I know, right? But where's he going? He just sent me a message saying he cut out. Of course,
We know.
this
There he
is
is.
the time. This is the time that he goes first.
Right.
Quick, where are you going?
We can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
in front
You're
of
back.
Adeline, attack the first thing that I can see, blindfolded. Woo!
We
Or
got it.
can't see. Haha.
Okay, so you're blindfolded. You're walking forwards. How far are you walking forwards?
Just about 5 to 10 feet in front of Adeline, and I patient defense as a bonus action, so I'm
Yep.
dodged technically.
Yep. And then holding your action.
And then that's all. I'm done.
Holding your action
Yes,
for
holding my
if you get
action.
attacked.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Sweet. Adeline, you're up.
Adeline is first gonna take lost advice and take off her glasses and put them into her vest pocket. So
Okay.
she sees kind of like a blur at a distance looking at those two that came from a bit further away. And her arms kind of like she like shoots them down towards the ground and they kind of ripple with these like black tendrils that shoot down her and across the ground. And I'm gonna cast Hunger of Hadar on a 20-foot sphere, and you see just from the ground erupting where those two further beasts are, a 20-foot radius of blackness and bitter cold, just filled with all of these like tendrils and tentacles that are like up and like whipping around, and that becomes difficult terrain. And any creature that starts in the area takes 2d6 damage, and any creature that ends its turn in the area has to make a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 acid damage as tentacles whip around them.
Sweet. All right. 20 foot? Is that what you said?
Yep, 20-foot radius sphere. And so I'm gonna put it where it's hitting like the back, hitting that back one, but still if it can give a little lead room for the direction I assume they're gonna be moving. Is that 5? Yeah.
Like that?
Damn, 20 feet. That's big.
Yes, it is.
Great. I love it.
Wait, is that 20?
No, that's too
That
big.
seems big. That seems big.
No, it's 20.
Wow.
Dang.
It's 20. It's 20. Sweet. So
Oh, because 20-foot radius
yes,
is 40 foot.
you got it. That's how math works. So this
math.
sphere,
Wonderful.
this sphere of blackness just kind of erupts, engulfing two of the assailing lizards. Oh, and you can't see inside there, but it's not good. So that's your action.
And then I'm gonna move to the other side of that rock to hopefully put a little bit of distance between me and the ones that are closer approaching. And I think that is going to be it for this turn.
Okay, and that Hunger of Hadar. That's concentration spell as well.
Yes.
Okay,
For up to a minute.
remember that, please. Sweet. All right.
Yep.
Then we have one of the lizards, which is starting its turn within the sphere. So roll me some damage.
Yay! Yay! Let me roll. Oh, boom. There we go. 7 points of cold damage.
Ooh, cool. Sweet. So you hear a sort of deep guttural kind of sound from within it, as yep, he's gonna make it just outside.
Beans.
Looking directly at Adeline. you don't have glasses on. You don't have glasses on, but I guess you wouldn't really necessarily make eye contact with it. So I'm gonna give you a pass on this one. Sweet. All right, that's as far as he can go. And then it is Rob's go. And he is going to yeah, he's going to attack one of the younger ones off to the side. Here, holding his shield up and then just lancing down over the top. He's going to take a couple of strikes. That one misses. And that one does hit. Okay. So you watch as he lances over the top, missing the first time, stilling himself and going in again. He does make contact. Stabbing into the younger, I'm just going to call it basilisk.
Yay.
Great. That is his turn. Kaya, you are up. Rose on deck.
So I'm going to tie, like Rod's dead. I'm going to pull my bandana scarf up over my eyes, but I'm going to be able to like look out from under it just so I can see where I'm walking. And I'm going to walk over towards where where I heard him walk over to, and I'm going to use my cone breath weapon so
Okay.
that I can get so that I don't have to aim. I just need to get it within a 15-foot wide, or 20-foot wide cone.
So you're trying to get over here?
Yes, around that tree, and so that I can kind of get the two of those.
You will hit. Oh, you want to get? Okay.
If I hit him, I mean, if I hit him, I didn't know he went over there.
Yeah. So you could get like here, and the cone would go out.
Okay.
Like in this kind of area. I wouldn't say you would necessarily know to go all the way around the tree with a blindfold on.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. And then so that I'll shoot the cone out, 20-foot cone of psychic.
Is that saves?
Yes. 15.
For what?
Dex.
Dex. Okay. Let's see. We'll do Rob's first. Rob does not make it. And then oh, that's cocked. First basilisk is a 15. And the next one's a nat 1. So is it one saves?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, roll some damage.
That is 8, 4. So that's 12 psychic damage if you fail, and 6 if you save.
So you do hear
4 if you save. Yeah, no, 6. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, cool.
6. Yeah.
And that one is an 8 if it's full damage. Yes.
12 if it's full damage, and
12.
6 if it's half.
12 and
Sorry.
6. There we go. That's where I was getting confused.
Yeah. Yeah, I screwed that up.
No, it's fine. Yeah, so you hear the sort of pained almost squeals from the basilisks, and then you also hear over the top, "Ah! What the fuck was that?"
I'm sorry. What did you run over there for?
I'm trying to kill the fucking things.
And so then I'm gonna bonus action patient defense.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Rose, you are up.
I see here this creature heading towards Adeline, and I am going to do my best to cast Guiding Bolt without looking at it directly, because I remember from what she was saying,
Okay.
we shouldn't look at him, don't want to turn into stone. So I am going to, at the first level, cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay. Make the attack roll at disadvantage, and I assume you're moving around to one of the sides in order to cast it in that direction?
Is the rock really high?
Yes, it's about as high as you.
Okay, then, yeah, I'll come right behind her.
Oh, actually, no, that
So, like-
one's shorter. That one's shorter. Yeah, you can get it from there.
Over it? Okay.
Sorry.
I rolled an 11. Oh, so close. Does a 14 hit?
14. 14 does not hit.
Well, then I will. No, I will just put my arm around with my shield in front of Adeline, so I'll get that close. And Lily's behind us.
Okay. So you're going to get you gonna wrap the shield around Adeline?
Yeah, like I'm gonna put it in front of both of us. When I realized that my spell didn't work.
Yeah, there you go. Sweet. Bonus action?
I don't have anything.
Okay. That leads us to this basilisk. Okay, so that's the furthest one. So roll your damage for Hadar, please.
Haha!
No, Hadar.
Ha! That is a 6.
6.
Yes. Hold.
Sweet. All right. And you just hear the thundering of legs approaching you, but he doesn't manage to get outside.
So he also takes 2d6 poison.
Oh, for staying inside, for ending his turn?
With it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
all right.
So that is 7.
Awesome. Good job. All right. I mean, that's his turn. He can't do anything. Lost. You are up.
All right. Lost is going to run. And how tall is that rock right next to Adeline? Can I run and leap up onto it as part of my movement?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me either an athletics or an acrobatics check.
Athletics. Yeah, 17.
Yeah. You're up on there. No problem.
So I jump up there and then I leap up. When I land on the rock, that the shadow form of me sinks into the rock and appears right in front of that basilisk on the right, on the left.
This one?
Yeah.
That one?
Yep, right there. Yeah, and then my shadow appears right in front of the basilisk, kind of blocking the way.
Nice.
I look down at Adeline and I look at her and go, "You look less studious," as a compliment. And then
She doesn't take this one.
and then I go on an attack. So my shadow makes the regular attack. Got my 2 attacks.
Okay.
Unleash.
So you are controlling the shadow, right? So
Yep.
you're either gonna have to look.
I have to look at the basilisk though. So no matter what.
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, I won't be able to see it to hit it. Well.
Yep. So you have to be able to see the thing to hit with your shadow. Is that the ruling?
Yeah.
Got it.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Okay.
So do I have to make a check, or do I, as the end of the turn, I have to make the check?
It does not say, so I'm gonna have you do it at the end.
Okay. All right, and then so this is just a lizard. I'm going to do it with great weapon.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah, I'm going for it. So the first one is a 14.
A 14 just misses.
Okay. Well, that's not too bad. I'm gonna go for it again. Same attack.
Okay.
For my second attack. That's a 16.
16 does hit.
16. Gosh. 23 damage.
23. Damn.
23. And I use one of my Unleash incarnations, And so basically, one of those hits replicates again. So it's another attack.
Nice.
Damn it. That's a 12.
12 misses, unfortunately.
Miss. But as a fighter, look, one of the cool things I get to do is action surge.
You got it.
And I do it all again. Ouch. 18.
18 does hit.
Damn it. That's 17 damage.
17. All right.
One more attack. Second attack. 16.
16 hits.
Oh, that's a good roll. 24 damage.
24. How do you want to do this?
All right.
You just
yeah,
wailed on this thing.
Basically, the shadow is just like a whirling dervish, and you just see it spin around, and these chains just whipping out, and slicing the basilisk to pieces.
Awesome. So like a Tasmanian devil of shadowy chains just whipping out from all different angles. It misses some of them, but it's unable to keep up with the amount of movement that's coming at it. And eventually it just sinks in, slicing it to pieces as it falls down. I do still need you to make a Constitution save.
Oh my god. I get to use Unleash Incarnation one more time because it's whenever I take the attack action.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Who do you attack?
I'm going to unleash one more.
You can't see it.
That next basilisk.
You can't see it. It's in darkness.
What's that? Oh, it's in dark. Oh, never mind.
Did you see darkness?
That's right. I just see darkness. That's right. Okay. Yeah, so Constitution saving throw. It's one of my best ones, so that's why I'm not worried.
Don't say that.
12.
That is a fail.
I knew it.
After, +6, God.
After unleashing that torrent through your shadow, you go to move off and carry on the assault, and you look down, and your feet are stuck in place against the rock. Ironically.
I rocked.
Yeah. Just bear that in mind. Moving on from there, we have it's my turn. Okay, so
Dave?
Dave's still there. Help! So the young basilisk that's in front of Rob is going to attack him. Yep, that's a 19. So that's 2d6. Ooh, 11 plus 3, 14 plus 2d6, 14 and 5 is 19. Oh no. So you watch as the basilisk jumps and just mauls, just sinks its jaws into him as he goes down, and the shouting ceases.
No.
If only the psychic damage hadn't taken close to half of his hit points away.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Are you serious?
I'm deadly serious. 30 hit points, man.
This was the guy that was in front of him?
30 hit points.
This isn't... This was the guy that was on the ground, or the guy that was attacking the other one?
Yep. And
It's
then
not your fault.
the other basilisk gets to go. Can't get through. He can only make it as far as that. Like, he can't get around anyone. There's too many bodies taking up area. Oh no! In fact, he's alive still. So he's gonna bite down on Dave.
No! Anyone but Dave.
I rolled a natural 20.
No.
Wait. Cancelled.
Okay, I have advantage.
Well.
It's not, but it still hits. So that's
But it's not an 8-20.
7, 8, 9, 10. Piercing.
That's my reaction.
And so 18 points. Ooh. And as we come up on the second round of combat, that's where we're gonna leave it for tonight. With Lost is one fail on the petrification, which I'm making a note of. Great. Yes. So this could go on a lot longer, so I'm gonna call it here. Hey, thank you so much for everyone who has stuck around through our glitchy stream. Man, thank you so much for all of the gifts and things that have come in. I have been seeing them, but I've had to keep my eye on everything. Thank you for the follows that I'm watching just come in right now. Thank you guys for being... What?
We hit our sub goal.
We hit our sub goal. That's awesome. Thank you for that too. Unfortunately, I don't have the giveaway tool available for me.
We'll do it on Monday.
But on Monday, we're going to be back. We're not going to be back with Legends, but we are going to be back with a different kind of stream. Just a hangout, personal, like get to know us personally, ask us questions about our characters and things while Legends is on a short break. So make sure you come along to that one, because that is going to be chaotic, all types of chaotic fun, because we don't have to do things in character and make excuses for making dick jokes. We can just make them. So please come along to that. We're going to be back with Legends 6 p.m. PST, 9 p.m. EST on Monday. Thank you so much for sticking around, like I said, through all of this juddery connectivity issue stream. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. We will wait, what's the raid command? It's /raid? Maybe?
Hey Jay, you forgot to say thank you all for connection.
For connecting with our connections. Yes, thank you very much, you fucking asshole. Wait, how do I how do I do this? We're gonna go to the whole screen and I'll figure it out. But we're gonna raid someone. So stick around, spread some love. Thank you so much for starting your weekend off the right way. My weekend has started all kinds of ways, so hopefully yours will start better than mine. Thank you so much, guys. We appreciate it. Love you so much. Bye-bye.